Well, it is Saturday morning, Saturday morning runnings. Good morning. Welcome to
Good morning.
Saturday morning runnings, coming to you live from inside the zone with the Lady D, Denise Gomez, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Welcome to another exciting feature of the program where we talk about our traditions and cultures, memories of our childhood, and bouts of laughter. This morning's topic is Parish Lingua. We chuckle at the accent we hear when someone speaks from another parish in Jamaica or a Caribbean island. Whether we say the same thing but in a different way, we are all in one melting pot and the linga sweets. Joining me this morning are Sharnette Mignot Brown, Maxine Max Poet Lyons, Jennifer Douglas, aka Miss Jen, and Jackie Brainbox Tyson will be joining us in a few minutes. What a thing we day upon another Saturday, and it good. Howdy, ladies, how they doing?
How they do, how they do.
All
We
right,
good, can't
good,
tell.
good.
Me tell you, me
Yeah.
tell you. Last Saturday, everybody asked me, so what for this week? I'm like,
Oh,
you know, gonna need to wait. Una need to wait, una need to share, una need to
mm,
like, and una need to subscribe
yes,
Yes.
to Inside the Zone. Then you all can just enjoy the goodies that we have over on this side
Mm-hmm.
of the virtual world. What a thing. People
right.
can just tap at a button and share and like and all that good stuff and not
Mm.
having to say, Lord, clock, you just pull out your device and you're here present with us. So ladies, how to do, morning.
Morning,
Morning, we good,
morning.
good.
Me tell you,
Me I do
say,
good, you know, me I do good. But you see that desk come sit down when I chaka, you see? And my husband desk, but me I tell you say chaka, till you can't chaka no more. So me have to go
well,
help him, me have to go help him clean you up.
well the
I was
blessing
about to say,
is, sure did.
if you're occupying, if you is a tenant there, you know, have to pay a little wages, you know, can't go and wipe it down by there.
Him so.
Pull out your feather duster.
Shamoy, or your shamoy.
Hey,
Hey,
Pull out your
I'm,
yeah,
shamoy
I'm,
and
man.
do something.
I'm a Vaseline and start clean up.
I was about to go there with the Vaseline.
And then
Oh, God.
in an hour or two, you still have to go back, go wipe with the shamoy.
Yeah, with the new doctor come down. Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, but good, it's a good Saturday morning. It's a good Saturday morning. The sun is bright outside, although the temperature dropped
Yes, bro.
for us here. So hopefully, where you are, everybody, the temperature is great. However
Yeah.
you like it, whether cool or whether hot or warm. I
Mm-hmm.
hope you have something bubbling on the stove, like some good Hamilton porridge or something
Oh, you
on
know,
the
sir.
Saturday morning here. Me smell it, Max.
You
Mm-hmm.
make me mind tell me the come here with pan the fire in the kitchen there cook
Me,
right now.
me
Normally we
smell
have
the
it ready, but
cinnamon, the
it have cook.
cereal leaf. Yes.
Yes, you
You
know.
have little pimento.
Me never put piment in it, but me have. Me never really put it in a porridge.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But me have
So,
piment in it.
ladies, it's so good to have you here, and to our viewing audience, we welcome you. Don't forget to share, to like, to subscribe to Inside the Zone. Of course, Parish Lingua and Caribbean Lingua, because we know that um, we are streaming to a diverse community. And so everybody has their thing, right? Whether
Yeah.
it's in Habla Espanol or whether it
Mm.
is in Guten Morgen or some
Yes,
part of the world,
parlez-vous français?
here you go in the French land,
On the top,
You
me have
never
know the
know.
English repertoire.
Ah, that good too.
right? So we want to welcome everyone this morning. So when we were trying to brainstorm, because ladies and gentlemen, we all huddled together, and figure out what we want to do. How is it supposed to happen today? And, you know, we say, all right, this is it this morning. because from time to time, as I said in my intro, you hear somebody talk and you say, "What was that?" And then the next thing you say, "So, when come from?" Where she just said, it's almost
Mm-hmm.
like we need somebody to translate
At all
Mm-hmm.
times, yeah.
for us, or
And
somebody
also,
pop out some
with
proverb of sorts, and we're like,
right.
"Well, me come from Jamaica, but me not really know that one."
Never hear that one,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so we want to go down memory lane this morning because right now, if you're living in Montego Bay, if you're in um, which will be the parish of St. James, if you're in St. Anne, Clarendon, Westmoreland, wherever across the 14 parishes and the Caribbean, you're saying, "So me, Lady D, where me come from," and they use a certain phrase or
Mm-hmm.
something. And everybody in that parish, once you talk to one another, it's common to you. That's your native
Yes.
tongue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
You understand. You say to somebody else over Clarendon, and they're like, "Mm-mm." And
We
that's
never,
how we roll. We don't know about that one over there.
never hear that one day.
But then you say to them, "So what exactly it mean?" And then you realize puppy show is
I
the
still
same
think.
thing.
Yeah, but then again, you have people who like, oh my goodness, people from Moko always get the worst of it because Moko is sort of the go-to. If somebody is what we would call deep country,
Mm-hmm.
Right?
because if you're deep country or you have a deep country dialect, most of the time them say where you come from, Moko you come from.
Mm-hmm.
They normally say that because it's like Moko in Clarendon, it's like I don't know, it's like way back there.
But
And people tend to have,
Mhm,
at least from us on the other side of the
mhm,
island, people
mhm.
tend to be a little bit more deeper and guttural in some of the
Yes.
stuff they say.
Mhm,
It's like taken from way back.
mhm. But it's
Hmm.
interesting that people would, as we would use the term loosely, pick palm mokoso. Because
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
if you go into that community, they are so well developed. From I was living in Clarendon, I lived
hmm,
in Tollgate at one time,
hmm,
and they're well developed. The children who would go to school with me when I was in high school and so on, they never sound like say, they're backward,
I think of the name.
yeah,
but
Moko.
that's the name.
yeah.
It's the
It's
name,
always a
Moko.
thing. Yeah, I mean, I mean, growing up in Jamaica and stuff, I never actually met anyone from Moko. But when
Mhm,
I came here and I was working in a law firm. I met a young lady, and she, because when I first started working there, I was the only person of color, so to speak, working there. So when somebody else came, I was so happy. After
mhm.
like 2, 3 years, and in talking, I said to her, what part of Jamaica you from? And she said, Moko. And literally, I fell out
Mhm.
because that was, when I said fell out, I mean, I just bust out laughing and
You're
rolling because
laughing for them.
on
You
the
know what?
one hand, uh,
You were laughing. You know what,
yeah, I
Shay?
mean, and it was not planned, but
Mhm.
in the
It
whole,
just come out.
growing up the whole time, you would want to think that people from Moko is just like a different breed. Like,
A
I
different
don't know
girl.
how to explain it. It was
Mhm.
always like a little derogatory almost term to say Moko you come from. And then
Mhm.
I had heard that even people who were from Moko wouldn't say they were from Moko
Yeah, I
because
did.
of the connotation, the little label that came with that. So when she said,
Yes.
I'm from Moko, and mind you, this was a very poised young lady, beautiful, graceful, knowledgeable, professional young lady, carried herself impeccable. So when she said Moko, and in the straightest face, I mean, I don't know what I was expecting her, how, I mean, I don't know how I was expecting her to say it, like maybe she should have dip and dodge and go around the cut and say Clarendon and then
But
pick
you just
on
straight up with
exactly
it.
Moko. But the girl just in a very nice tone, she just said Moko in Clarendon. And then mind you, remember here in the States, I don't know how it is in other parts, but uh co-workers, persons from here, like your
Mhm.
bosses and other people, they tend to think because they know Jamaica is so small, they tend to think that once you're from Jamaica, you already know each other, you
Yes.
know. And I've
Yes.
often had to say, not
Yes.
because I'm from, that don't mean I know this person. But they
Mhm.
generally think you know the person. And I'm like, I don't know. But like I said, I fell out when she said Moko because, you know, I was
So,
not
so let
expecting
me
that
ask.
one at all.
Let me ask, because
Huh?
I'm not from, even though I'm from Jamaica, a lot of places I don't know and familiar with. So Moko is the right name? Is that the real name, or is just a
Mhm.
given
Yes,
name?
Moko.
It's
Is this a
It's
name.
registered
Moko.
name?
Yes,
I
man.
think so, yeah.
I think so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
That's news to me.
Mhm.
No, well,
So
yeah,
much we
no,
know
you know.
what what.
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
you know.
I know.
If that's where you're from, that's just where you're from. You
Yes.
didn't choose
Mhm.
to be. And I mean, there's not that Lady D said. There's nothing wrong with the place.
No.
It's just another place.
Mhm.
You may, and I think also maybe our given her our African ancestry or heritage and influence, there may have been. It depends on who settled where.
Mhm.
You had the
That's right.
Germans that were settled in some
Yes.
areas of like St. Elizabeth. My husband's family is from St. Elizabeth. So going over there, you pick you detect another whole set of accents
That's it.
and phrases, you
Mhm.
know. Because I remember one time we were talking and one of my sister-in-law said, Kanana po, so and so. And I'm like, Kanana, what makes it Kanana po?
You know that.
Be
We
quiet.
know that.
Yeah, and to some people, you know that phrase, man?
Max, you don't know that one?
Yes, my grandmother used that term,
Yeah.
kanana po, meaning if she says
Yeah,
something to you and you don't respond, you keep quiet. She
Mhm.
said kanana po means you're quiet, or you come in not responding, or come in not saying
yeah,
anything.
Yeah.
yeah,
I know
and I
that one. My
think,
grandmother used to use
yeah,
that.
and right, and it can also be you. I mean, the way my sister-in-law used it was like in a tone of excitement.
Mhm.
Like it, I said, Missy Lady D down there, so I said, can I not pour by you look the people them just come out. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I never heard that one. But like I said,
Yeah, I know.
depending on your ancestry, who settled where, you
Mhm.
Mm,
kind of get that influence in how you
right.
speak. So that's
Mhm.
just how that goes.
Mhm. Alrighty, so
Mhm.
that's a great introduction we have here this morning. Welcome, everybody. It is now time for us to say hi to the people over in our virtual space who have come on to join us. Guess who was first this morning? Tamika. Tamika is in Jamaica. Morning, Tamika. Hope you're doing good. And guess who? Miss Herman. Herman is here.
Okay.
Yes. She's
Yes,
Herman,
regular. Welcome, Miss Armin.
you know Herman. Good morning, Medisako. So morning, Herman. Also, who is this now?
Moko
Um,
sounds like Baka Bush.
Marine, Marine
You
Mayhem.
see?
So Moko sounds like Baka Bush. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. Morning, princess. Morning. She says, Moko people are brilliant people. See that?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we can't ups up ourselves. We were just,
Mhm.
sure, not have to put this up. Somebody says, Hortense, princess says, love that here. It's a
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
it's a
She's
part of this.
rocking
I was
it.
in my roots this morning.
It's a part of the set.
Stereotype was real back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Desmond, morning. Okay, and hey, Paulette. Paulette says hi, and she also says, I thought I saw her saying, okay, so, all right, Herman, start we
Anna
off,
Turtle Pan.
Bibena Turtle Pond, a little district out of Brandon Hill. Me born.
Mhm.
All right, so welcome everyone.
Mhm.
Keep your comments rolling in. And well, Bravo, it's so nice to see you, Bravo. I've missed you. I haven't seen you in a very long time. Morning, morning to you. Bravo is also um, in St. Catherine in Spanish Town area. So we want to say morning to you. All right. So I've heard people who are from Montego Bay talk about bende.
Mhm. Bendeko.
Them bende come or them bende go down somewhere. And it just come
That's
out.
my
So
neck of the woods.
it's your
That is my neck of the woods.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And when you hear them talk, it's almost like you're saying, boy, I wonder what me sound like to people, having Yeah, you said to yourself,
Yes.
how Claridonians sound. But what I know is about Claridonians is we tend to say um Mene. Mene no.
And then no, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Said
That's,
Mary do it too.
yeah, Mene. I know
Mene.
that's something that's very prominent.
Yes.
Um,
Mene no. Yes.
yes, we say Mene no. Or the people who are from the really deep rural parts of Clarendon, there is this kind of a rapid way of speaking, but
Yes.
it's very coarse.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mhm. They talk
Yes.
fast, and
Yes.
it kind of coarse, and especially the men who go work grung and so
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
you you hear it, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you have to almost step back and say, "My God, listen to that."
Yeah, like my grandfather used to say Minoba, Minoba Noah. Instead
Mm,
of no, no, and instead of when, then I say Ben. You
mhm,
know, like they
Yes.
would they would they would put a B where a V would be, or intersperse a B with a W and
mhm.
stuff like that.
Yes, man. So
Yeah.
we want you to type into the chat for us, ladies and gentlemen, how your accent, what this tone of it is, what the things, the phrase you would use in your parish, and let's hear from it. And something I pulled up some proverbs because I tend to like them kind of stuff, like most of us do.
Yes.
And this one jumped out at me. Finger never say look here, him say look yonder.
Mm-hmm.
Finger never said look here, said look here. Okay.
Mm.
Well, I think
Finger
So it's
Finger never say look here, him say look
never.
yonder.
look yonder.
Yeah.
In other words, the finger not your
Right.
finger don't point at yourself, you point at
Mhm.
somebody else.
There you go. People do
It's
not usually point out their own
own
faults.
fault and then
Right.
they see somebody else. Yeah.
Same
Mm-hmm.
so. Same so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so hey Lawrence, nice to see you. I see some new faces here, so things happening. Please share with somebody. Welcome. Yes, man. So, Max,
How
tell
the
me.
and thinking of Bruckner Square.
That's right.
How the and thinking of Bruckner Square.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Now,
very popular one.
popular one.
Yes.
Yes. But Max, you think you could share anything about your parish? Anything that stands out to you?
Well, I not necessarily about the parish, but what stuff that my grandmother personally used to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would just say, our items that we had in the house that we call different names, like tinning lamp. In St.
Mm-hmm.
Mary, or in my house, they say tinning lamp, but in some parts they say cow gut lamp. I don't
Kogut.
know that work when they know the cow gut come into place,
China,
but
you ever hear about that one?
Never. This is a new one for me.
okay, well, in St. Mary we say tinning lamp, but some people, I guess other parishes say cow gut lamp.
Oh.
No, my grandmother
So
was
so Max,
yes,
sorry,
there.
sweet. Tin lamp. Was it like the one them called kitchen bitch?
Same one, yes. So as
Mm-hmm.
So I
kitchen
mean,
bitch tinning
that's
lamp
the
or
one
cow gut
that's
lamp.
what we used to call it. Yeah.
Yeah, we make from the condensed milk can,
Right.
tin
Right.
whatever.
That little make it wick. Yeah.
Yes, they put the wheat
Mm-hmm.
through it
Mm-hmm.
and all that. Well, we call it tin lamp, but some people call it cow lamp or kitchen bitch, as you said. And I remember this is a joke from my grandmother distinctly when in St. Mary's where I'm from, that's where I grew up with my grandmother. So we never had electricity. So when I went away to college, I finally got electricity. No, let me tell you. Electricity came before I went to college, but she only had it in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
So we only had one plug in the living room. So when
Oh
I went to
Lord.
college and came back home, I noticed she had it was one plug to plug the radio and the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
So she plug out the fridge to plug in something else. So I said, Mom,
Uh-oh.
why you plug out the fridge? She said, because I want to plug in whatever she was plugging in. So
Oh.
she said, she heard to me, so me need an intention card. She said she
Oh
need an
Lord.
intention card. So I said, you mean extension? Yes, me need an intention card.
And she
And I
still
Oh
cried
repeated.
Lord.
laughing.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed so hard. I said, Mom, it's not intention card, it's extension. But when I
Mm-hmm.
think about the whole thing, of course, the the intention card could be correct because she intend to use if it do stop. So I found that
It fits
I
in
found
quite
it very
nicely.
funny.
Yes,
And
here,
So that
here
made
too.
perfect sense to her.
yes, she said she did the intention card
Mm-hmm.
to her, it was fine. So we say intention.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Well,
Help us this morning. See all Desmond
I
and that.
hear that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course we also have there's another saying that says, take the case and give me the pillar.
Pillar. Mm-hmm. When it too
Right.
much. When it too much.
Yes,
When
it's the
it
Lord, take the case
overbearing
and
too
give me the
much.
pillar.
Yes. Yes. When
Yes.
Yeah,
things
because
too much.
in that sense the word case is playing a double fold. Because it's still a case, but the case of the problem or the case of the situation. So take the
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
case and give me the pillar.
Give it
Yes. So,
pillar.
Mm-hmm.
those
Mm-hmm.
are some of the ones I can remember.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then
And
there's
here,
sorry.
go, man.
There's another one. Well, this was an expression I've heard before. Somebody go to somebody house, like somebody was going to visit and they say, boy, a Congo, me a Congo now.
Mm-hmm.
And the person whose house
Oh
they
Lord.
leaving from say, "Are ready, you ready, you ready?"
All right.
Yes. And the one and usually if you live on a hill, them say me I can go up.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah,
me a
come
go
go
up
up
now.
here.
Me I can no.
Yes, me a can go up now. It's
Yes,
Me I
just like
can go up now.
yes, it's like how I tell people that when me used to walk boat, every big on a friend, yeah, you know me. and, and looking back, we were just building our community.
Yes. And we were networking. How are you talking about?
of course.
but we did walk boat. And you
Mm-hmm.
see, when they can find we, like night or come now, evening, and you need to be at your yard. and when they find you, they say, dark yourself up.
Yes, my grandma used to talk. My
Wow.
grandma used to talk that. She said, "Dark your backside, there's some fight."
Dark yourself
That
home.
woman, there's some.
Dark yourself home. And
Uh-uh.
when you get that dark,
Is a
and
beating behind it.
it's not in private, it's not in no solitude,
Oh, look, no, man. Them
before
appear.
everybody I see you, I get
Everybody else see her
a
here.
switching, a buffing, or
Yeah, get
something.
run home.
Yeah, you dark yourself home.
Yeah.
That one will forever be with me.
There was nothing subtle about that.
Mm,
No,
No,
sir.
no,
You,
no, no, no,
you
no,
better
man.
move it.
Yes.
When you hear
So,
the
Uh-huh.
when you hear the word dark, you know there's a beating coming behind that.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Oh
man.
Lord.
Oh, so.
My grandmother that say if I ever lick your cotton fly, them will lick this stuffing out of you. Say them ever lick your cotton fly.
Me- See, this man said, "No, let me spit on the dry before you come back." Me know that
Mhm.
one.
Yes, that one too.
Yes.
Yes,
That means say no
Mhm.
stay long, or if you stay long, you know it's stay. When you come back, you behind, I go
I'm
feel it.
telling you.
that's it.
Oh,
That's it.
no, man.
Mhm.
We culture hard.
I'm telling
Mhm.
you, it's rich bad.
Rich bad. Yeah, bad.
Yeah.
You have one say, let me see this one here we did find. Dog no hole if him have bone. Dog no
So
hole if him have bone. I think somebody is presenting themselves here.
Never hear that one
so
before.
Top,
all right, that
with
is.
hold on with you.
Mr. Jack,
I'm
good
getting a
morning and
feedback
welcome.
somewhere.
Yes, because I was trying to listen to you guys on the phone.
So hi, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Would like to welcome Brainbox Jackie, who
Oh
gave
my
this
God, Greenbox had a rough night.
tell
So
you.
I've been up for pretty much 24 hours. I woke up at around about 5
Oh,
yesterday morning, and I was up all day. And then I started to do my studying and doing my assignments, and it took me until 4:30 this morning.
You
So
look
I
very
had
funny, you know.
yes, I had to purposefully pull you up close because we're looking for the 24 hours. Tired, but we
You
must
look
How
see.
will
very
I
pretty.
say?
You look good.
Oops, I thank you. Lots we can depend on if you flatter me. If you flatter me. If you flatter me.
Yeah, get unflush.
If you flatter me. I talk, you know. So me hear the lingua. I've been listening a little because I'm also watching the kids because my brother, my sister had to run outside to take care of something.
No
So I'm
problem.
also watching the kids. But me give them half an hour, and it's creeping up to my half an hour. Me tell them, said, this is my downtime. This is when me come and get me laugh. I don't go out and do all them something there. But I look forward to my Saturday morning.
There you go, Jack. Welcome.
Thank you.
We lingua go on, and we are.
Yes, I was trying to listen on it. Listen to me. Tell me what is what you call it? Cogot lamp?
Max, explain yourself.
No, sir. No,
the one I call the kitchen bitch. It's in lamp.
Sister
The one I make out of the
good
milk.
morning.
The one I make
Sister
out of
Shirley,
the
me
milk
never tell
part.
them.
That's the cogot and the
So, this St. Mary have a different way of doing it. How them get cogot out of that?
I don't know, but then we used to call it in lamp or cogot lamp.
St. Mary have a different way of speaking. We realize St. Mary, my sister, even reminded me that. She said, remember, Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth, they're Jamaica all in themselves, a different part of them. Yes, it's a different Jamaica because their language is completely different. Even when you put the patois together, it's different down on that side. And she was reminding me of a young man who came into our district from one of those sides, or I think it was closer to the border of St. Anna. We call up there Mawnin. So he came into the district with his father. And when they were talking together, Lady D, you don't think they want sang them singing. Because for them patois is completely different. It's like it make our patois look decent. Yeah, well, I shouldn't even say it decent. Our patois look different. So this was one of the sentences that the father was calling the son. He said, Jimmy, bring water about there. What about there? Jimmy returned to his father and said, I true by say me no know they went listen, I can't even talk it, but if you write it down. He said, I true by say me nothing did know where part it did put on. I true by say me nothing did know where part it did put on. No, translate. That's I true by say me nothing did know where party did put on.
You don't remember.
So, you pick up any words in there, sir?
No, not
I true by say me nothing did know.
Right. It's like a we'll just say because say.
Exactly, because I say.
Right.
I true by say me nothing did know where party did put on. It's because I didn't know where it did put on. No, me I translating in a good patois.
You're translating to English.
Me translating in a good patois, understandable patois. It's because I say me never did know where it did put on. You understand that patois?
Absolutely.
So that was their language.
Yeah.
So every parish vernacular is different, right?
Yes.
So we I think we already know that because is because.
Because
and don't St. Elizabeth say because say.
Yes, because you say. That I'm more emphasis, because you say yes.
Sometimes I say Carson, me don't know where it is.
Carson, or true by say. True by say.
And have you ever heard for because?
Yes. and also for because you say.
Yes. Special emphasis.
Yes. But you know, with growing up, right? because I was transplanted to Montego Bay as an infant.
Mhm.
My mother insisted that every holiday I go to Kingston. So I would go with my country self because Montego Bay is St. James up in the hill there, the bush. You talk in your, me they come, me soon come, me did say, me that look far. No, when I go to Kingston, oh my God, you talk about culture shock because everything I said was wrong.
And then easy.
Because as kids, boys were him, girls was him. I went there. Me tell him say if he come. Me tell him say we not send her or she.
Everybody
So
is a he.
everybody are
Me
him.
and him. Yes, me tell
And
you.
I was corrected all day long. It was a source of frustration for me because I was corrected all day long. I couldn't open my mouth because my mother lived in Harborview. And
Mhm.
I'm coming from Montego Bay. And then my grandmother used to have us go to, stop in Spanish Town for a week. Because one of my uncles lived in Spanish Town and he had maybe like 9 kids. So all my cousins, I would stop with them. And I'm telling you, they spoke different in Spanish Town
Mhm.
than in Kingston. So when I left St. James,
Mhm.
went to Spanish Town, it was more bearable in Spanish Town. But once I got to Kingston, and then my sisters and their friends, everything I said, man, them laugh, them laugh, them laugh. And then the grown up them would correct me. And after a while, it was like, me just talk to myself like, look here, me not say nothing.
You know?
So look how me just smile and nod. Me not
Are
say
you
nothing.
are you top that country holiday?
Yeah, because and it was a torture, I'm telling you. So every holiday, Easter, summer holiday,
Oh
Christmas,
God.
everything. I remember
Oh
my
my
mother
God.
insisted that me now go, she know why me go backward, she
Mhm.
know why me have that guttural deep. Me
Accent.
went to say from being
So
The
so
you
what
okay,
the university?
Hold up a little.
the accident.
There's a sound in the background. Jackie, I'm not sure if it's yours.
You know what? I'm using a new headphone this
And
morning.
the children are there.
No, they're
I'm hearing.
on
I'm
the other
hearing.
side. You know what? It could be I'm outside. I came out on the deck. It could be the
Oh,
neighbors. Could be.
okay. All right. Continue. Continue sharing it.
so it was a source of heartache and grief for me, man. Heartache and grief.
Mm-mm.
Because then my mother would say, say she, or I was going. No, me when they go. Me went to come. And me, mom, are the one they saw. She said them have a thing to say. Oh man, it was rough. It was
Oh
rough. And
God.
then in my area, people aspired to speak like a Kingstonian. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Hmm.
That was the greatest aspiration to speak like a
The
Kingstonian.
the
So
um the upper St. Andrew accent that Lady D could easily fit into.
the
Yes,
red
my
hair,
dear.
So,
right?
Yes,
The
my
red hair
dear.
people there, yes.
Yes,
So it's like,
darling.
yeah.
so
So I mean,
Uh-huh.
after a while, I mastered it, but by the time I mastered, I think I was in high school before I mastered it sufficiently to
yes,
navigate and
yes.
just flip flop. But
Mm.
I think I'm better for it in the long run. But I remember when we were in primary school, and after a holiday, the teachers would say, "Where did you go? Yeah, did anybody leave Jamaica?" Here, one girl, "Yes, me, miss, me, miss." She said, "Where did you go? Kingston."
Kingston. No,
Oh, you
sir.
were still in
We
Jamaica.
are married. This is
Yes,
Of course, you
that
went to
was some
foreign.
funny time.
Of course, it bring us back to the show that we had. I will tell you the man from my district. You hear this story all over Jamaica, but I actually know the person. He was going on farm work. The plane leave from Montego Bay, stopped in Kingston to pick up other people. Him come off of the plane, and him go see somebody outside. That time you could come off the plane. Like if they stop to pick up other passengers, you could come off the plane and then book up and so I say, you're here to man. You're there to man. You're there to man.
Man.
You know, realize at Kingston in there. Next thing you know, the plane left him and gone. So you're there to man.
So here the joke, you know. All right. So when I went to Clarendon, right? So I'm a Kingstonian, go to Clarendon to live. And you know, I go to this community and I'm listening to the people talking and so on. And then my sister, I was 7, she was 4. And half a time, me don't think me understand one word. All when somebody come and talk to me.
And they will tell you to talk. And they will tell you to talk for them.
Because they want to hear the tone accent. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then what they're saying to me don't understand one word. Some of it
Like they might turn to you and say, where you come from? How we chatting come from?
And as a child, you know.
Richard.
How we chatting come from?
Yeah, Richard.
Hear
the joke. You see what you said about the man a while ago? I have a big joke to give on about myself in quick 2 minutes. So, a group of us, we were traveling to Nassau to go sing. So, we jumped on Air Jamaica to Mobay because they didn't have any direct flight at the time. They had from Kingston going directly to Nassau. So we had to connect. So we jumped on with Air Jamaica, reach a Mobay. So one set, again, it's good when you go out together to stick together. So those who are not familiar with traveling, right? So here the joke, quick. So one set now who always have traveled, gone about their business. And we know not who know not about traveling. So we are read, right? So we go up to one desk and we stand up in the line and wait. We read, but not with understanding.
Yes.
So we stand up in our line, man, and then all of a sudden we hear Doreen, she come, because she used to travel. She said, "Top, what are we doing our line? No, not check in our one country." So with your money go be a check-in.
That's funny.
We never forget that something, you know.
Many people have something that happened to. That's why, because those times they didn't let you stay on the plane, you could come off and
because they had to come off.
Yeah, they didn't explain things very well. It wasn't even on your ticket that you're trying to stop yourself. Not come off yourself.
No, so we drove off. We had to come off because now we're going to connect from Mobay to
another plane.
Yeah. Right. All right, choker. Choker.
Yes. Come give us some of the Kingston.
Hey.
Come give us some of the Kingston lingua.
Hey. Listen to me. Jan.
Yes, darling. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, Jan.
I am busy as a bee. I just got a call from this guy named Gary. Say he needs me to do face painting in some big opening and all these things. So
very
God
nice.
is spreading me out. I'm so
God,
that's good to hear.
Awesome. Nice,
God is good.
Nice. Good to see you.
Awesome.
Welcome. So you know how we go here now. We are talking about the different sayings, the accent, and stuff, and
Oh my God.
the bende and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
well, Kingstonians were always like we were from foreign.
Yes. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No, the only reason why it changes, because a lot of countries
Migration. Migration.
Yeah. But I remember when I was at Michael Teachers College, and I had one person from, I think they came from Clarendon, and one from Hanover. And we were like 3 different, we were Jamaicans, but from 3 different places, 3 different language. I hear the being go there, and I used to say, I don't understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Until I started to study the language and realize that there are, accents and languages changes, different pronunciations, and so forth. And that's why I said, wow, so interesting to know that the language. But you guys more can relate because I'm telling you, anytime a Kingstonian go to America, and they come back, and especially from church, and the pastor asks them to come and say a word. My God, you come and let them live. They're born in America.
Yes, bro.
And not realizing that they're code switching. Code switching is that they're saying, "Oh, hello, how are you? Yeah, I waited there. I waited there. Oh, yes." And they catch up themselves. Yes, foreign and foreign, and I'm so happy to be here. So the language and they must say the language, the English properly, but they're not. Some people in even in some churches, they're saying they don't like the patois. When I do the patois, they don't like it, but they're speaking the patois when they're preaching.
Exactly.
You understand me? So the code switch, people don't understand what is code switching, and it happens a lot. And a lot of Kingstonians do code switch. I think that is what is happening. A lot of Kingstonians, they code switch and they don't even realize it. They think they're speaking perfect English. Our language will never leave us. And that is why I'm not afraid to speak it. Anywhere I go. My son say I have different tones, accent. So if I'm talking to a white person, I have an accent for the white. If I'm speaking to the Spanish, I have an accent for the Spanish. If I'm speaking to the Russian, I have an accent for the Russians. And I have an accent for the Ukrainians. And I have an accent for everybody.
Oh, what you say? You're versatile, Jennifer.
Yes,
You're diverse.
So guess what? I have to go there and look jobs sometimes. And if you speak like Jamaica, me used to look after one baby, and no, you can't do that when you're going for an interview with a person who is a born American. They're not going to understand.
Thank you.
You understand me? So you have to try and say, "Oh well, I look after a little baby, about 3 months old, and I'm so proud of them. And I love taking care of kids."
Right.
Oh, the thank you, broke the fast, me love.
You understand me? And they say, "Wow, what a polite, polished young lady." You have to know to dramatize it. So the accent, you guys have more to relate with the different tones. I'm just learning most of them, but I don't really. I just the Kingstonian. We don't really too much unless the people come from the country and so forth. Yeah.
But you don't sound too far from me, Jennifer. Oh, dear, thank you, no broke no sauce, me love.
Right. I know broke no square.
Broke no square.
Yeah.
I mean, with me, with the Kingston accent, because I had to literally find a little way to get into it. And to me, it was like just a draggy.
It had a drawl. Yeah, it's a drawl. Yeah, that's true. It's a drawl.
Yes. So it's like you're there mobile. I say cleaner. Then there are Kingston cleaner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the same thing with all of people, they have a big star. But when you have the Kingston accent, them look for you like, yeah, you're big time and all them stuff there. So it depends on, and even like if you, what's that, Jennifer?
I didn't even realize that people look up to.
Yeah, because when I talk to you, Jennifer, that's how it is. The words are, more like a drawl, kind of like, over gravitate towards that.
What Lady D accent Lady D have now? Cause me not understand. Have such polished English.
She have an upper St. Andrew. You can't say St. Andrew. You have an upper St. Andrew kind of accent.
Yes.
My dear.
Yes,
my dear.
It's God give her it. It's God give her
it. I wonder if she comes from England or one of those places because they never hear.
I need you to get your certificate so I can put it on the mantle so your grandmother can see it.
Yes.
You know that you don't know it from.
It's interesting how we adaptability is something else though,
Yes.
Because as much as many of us were raised in Jamaica, in the rural parts of Jamaica, out of city, once you start to merge out into different fields of your life, right? Your professional, your schooling,
Yes.
etc. After a while, you start like Sharnette, you start to grasp
Yes.
how to literally roll your H's, your R's, how
Yeah.
to, kind of start to structure your thoughts before it fly out of your mouth, kind of
Yes.
thing. And so a
Yes.
lot of people over time have gotten that. And so
Yes.
it changes. It changes the way you speak. But like how we are here talking every Saturday, and we can jump in from a nicely polished standard English to
To
in
something else.
the next sentence, you just go back to your patois.
So
Which is
I
another
don't know.
language.
Right.
If I may come in here, how could I forget this? I've worked in the hotel industry. I've worked with JTB and TPD Co for quite a while in Jamaica. And people from Kingston would come down to St. Anne, to Otree, St. and Runaway Bay, all along the coast there during the holiday periods with their families. And they would stay in the hotels or the guest houses. And let me tell you something. They see the staff, especially working in the hotels, they have a different accent.
Oh, Mr. Jackie's a mess. But it's a mess.
They have a different accent. The staff who work in the hotels, because them come from upper country and now them come down and say, man, and them start to, well, how you doing, man? But yeah. How did your tour went? How did your tour went today?
Yeah.
A different accent. Them
and then they mix up the H's and
code switching. Code switching. I did a course.
The synopsis syndrome just take over.
Yeah, I did a course in Lehman College called bilingualism, and they used me as an example for the Jamaican. And the reason why most of the time our accent come out, the Jamaican language would come out most of the time, is because it's a way of expressing ourselves. Like if we're even in some talk with another Jamaican, we work better and we sound better when we talk our Jamaican.
Expressive
we
language.
can express ourselves. Me did go down at the town, me I tell you, me say the academia, you see, man, me just walk past, but versus, I went to the town and, the person have a come up and listen to you. Them want Jamaicans are full of excitement and and they would do that. And even Africans, when the Africans speak, when they together, they speak like them a cuss. It's like them a curse. It's a way of expressing themselves, and we cannot take that away from people. No matter how far you go, your language will still be with you till you die.
Yes,
true.
Yeah, that's one thing that will always be with you. Yeah, and no matter where you pick up.
Yeah, see, Paulette said, when you're not from Kingston, because of our accent, Kingstonians would call you country bumpkin.
I remember that expression. That's true.
That was me.
Yes, that's so true. Yeah.
That was always me. I remember the first time I heard that expression, I didn't know what it meant. One of my mother's very close friends, I don't know. I don't look like my other sisters, facial features wise and stuff. And people always thought I was a cousin to them whenever, and then because they don't see me the rest of the year, when they see me on holiday time, they would, say hi and stuff, but they would kind of pass me over. And then they would and then this is the other sister. And I said, oh, the one from the country bumpkin. Just like that.
Oh my gosh, that was rude though.
But I just
as a kid, I felt a type of way.
Yeah, especially come from country is different.
I couldn't, because these are grown-ups who are saying that. So it was wrong, but you can't really say you have to reprimand the person for calling you that. But it was really a derogatory term. And my mother, I remember my mother got very, very upset with a particular woman one time, because she kept just calling me the country bumpkin. And my mother said, you have to stop that. She has a name And they went on and on and on about it. And even when Montego Bay got second city status, they thought it was just a joke. Like, when I go a Kingston at the
Yes.
capital
Yeah.
at the city, you're
Yes.
not talking about second city. It was like they were trying to hold
Yeah.
on to whatever, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, affluence or something that they
And it
thought
burn you.
Kingston had.
Yes.
But
Burn
I
you
grew up
too.
under that flag that I was a country bumpkin the whole time.
And them out
And
of
it
order.
burn you. Out about it. It burn you not
Yeah.
true, Sister
Out
Charnel.
of
It
order.
burned me,
It
me, I tell
burn
you, from
you.
my
It
heart
burn you.
and soul. Burn me.
But you have to
Yes,
take kin teeth and keep a heartburn.
I remember years
burn
ago,
child.
I went
Me, I
to
tell
Michael
you.
Teacher's College. I
Gilbert.
went to Michael, right?
You have to take kin teeth and keep a
And keep
heartburn.
the heartburn. Yes,
All right, so
yes.
hold your thought a moment. Good morning. We'd like to welcome everyone. We see that you're posting, and we have been posting your comments here. But I do have a little entertainment package right now, courtesy
And
of
what you say?
Max Poet.
Hey,
Come on,
Max.
Max. Come
Come in,
on.
Max.
Come
Come
up,
in,
Max.
Yes,
Max.
Come
and
up.
Come
all
in,
right,
Max.
me there. And it's
Yeah.
funny because this poem is very appropriate for the subject this morning. This poem is
Okay.
called Patwa Resurrection. We come and
Right.
Parish, come learn new language. And nyama fi we in a sandwich. Cause the nice patwa where we come here with. Take time and drop out our gig. Every other race in the place. Keep for them accent intact. Spanish, African, Asian, and Jews, not one of them turned them back. But the colorful accent called Patois, I drop off of the map. Oh, no, help me. Save it. No, make it broke, now crack. Because one of these fine day, we are going to need it when we go back. So please, me I beg you no, try and keep it intact. In Jamaica, we buy one frock, but America, we buy one dress. It look like so this a new language. A source of blasted stress. In Jamaica, if you trash, it means you look damn good. But in America, if you trash, them just say, and garbage that. The patois and the English, they in a competition. But me want all Jamaicans be ball out. It's a resurrection. For Patois out for run last. He might try to catch him breath. Jamaicans, make we push him and take him out of stress. For Patois, and it we born with. So now make him come run last. Cause everybody else a move fast. And I make them own a pass. Somehow no sit down and a whisper. And I say that me a talk fast. Decent English is all distinguished. So part one have no class, but unu can't turn the play fool. Me grew up in a bush, and Patwa was the language. For big, little, and stush. Every time that me write it, it make me feel so tall. So make we resurrect it and big it up abroad. And Max Ford says so, and it goes so. Thank you.
Yeah. Great job, Max. We love
Very
it.
good.
We love
Very
it.
Nice.
appropriate.
Nice,
Very appropriate.
nice. I tell you.
Thank you.
Five
Nice. Very
minutes.
appropriate.
Yes, it's
Oh
five
my
minutes to 11 o'clock,
goodness.
and we'll be wrapping up shortly, as a matter of fact, but certainly.
Now where the time been gone?
I know.
Yeah,
But
go
I
far.
would
I
like
just
to
wanted to
put
say one thing before it close off. I was saying that in Jamaica, the teachers back in my days when I went to Michael, the teachers were told that we have to speak proper English, standard English and so forth. And everybody, I mean, we still spoke our patois, but like when we're in the classroom, you have to make sure you round your, make you teaching the kids. I am so surprised now it has changed so much in Jamaica because I hear teachers on interviews and this pure patois spitting out. And I mean, I was saying, oh my gosh, look at this! What a change! The patois now is being taught in the school, and to me, it can become a language for the Jamaican people, and I don't look at it as like a Creole or I look at it as a language because it helps us to express ourselves. And if you do sign language, that's the way you express yourself. If you speak Spanish a certain way, that's how you express yourself. So language helps us to express ourselves how we wish to express. Nobody, English is, when you say color, it's not right or wrong. So, I'm very proud of our culture being spread.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we're still considered the standard English capital of the Caribbean. As much as we may speak the way we do,
yes,
we're still considered that.
Yes, and I think what also happened is that over time we embraced who we are as Jamaicans, and rather than making that effort to speak to each other at all times in the standard English, even when you're in the media sphere, there is that kind of flow that is now accepted. It's accepted, and yeah, there's a lot of commotion going on there, Jack. Yeah. So yes, so we understand that it is important for us to remain authentic to who we are and not to change for anybody, but we also understand that it has its place and time, and wherever we are and whatever we're doing, people just mute a little bit.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Yes. And so we understand that the accent, as colorful as it sounds, or language, as guttural as it sounds, crass even, but because we are a people who have, our motto is out of many one people.
Yes.
And so that's where the diversity comes in, how we arrived in Jamaica through our ancestors. And no matter what color, shape, form we are Jamaicans, Caribbean people. And we should respect each other and just say, hey, yes, I may come from, or I'm from here, I'm from Jamaica, or I may come from Yard.
Yes.
Because I have an adopted aunt, and her family was from St. Elizabeth, so she had gone down to St. Elizabeth one holiday, and she came back and during the Easter time, and she came back and said, they were cutting up the bun, and here is this little boy in the midst of the whole bun cutting. They were about to hand him the middle part of the bun. But he not say end. He just step back and say, me no want no bun goat. Give me bun kin.
You got me there.
I don't understand what he was saying there. I don't understand that one.
Right. Me no want no bun goat. Give me bun kin. So he likes the end. He likes the bread back.
Oh, that's what it means. Okay.
Wow.
So he didn't want no middle piece when nice and soft, right? He want the outer part of the bun. So what you say about that now? You're going to say, little boy, go sit down and go learn to talk. What you going to do?
Would I said in Kingston, I want the bread back.
Yes, the back. People say bread back. We say end. We say bread end. I don't say bread.
Or bread end. We say bread end.
Okay.
We say bread back.
Yes. We say bread end.
So there's a little proverb I'd like to share. I don't know who can explain what it really means. People talk about and I always use it to my husband. I always say your foot they're white like ashes pumpy. What on earth is ashes pumpy? Anybody know?
No, sir.
Try that might know.
It's very ashy. But
we know what the ashes is.
What is a pumpy?
Okay, ashes pumpy, but what is the pumpy?
That is it. I don't know the pumpy. I don't know what is that.
Yeah, my mother said that a lot. Ashes pumpy, but I don't know. Maybe it was a container that was used to put ashes. I don't know. But she always said, ashes pumpy. I learned that from her. I don't know if you understand. To me, I am completely mixed up, because me have the St. James up in the hills bush. inheritance one. And then because I had to switch up when I was in Kingston, so sometimes I didn't know where I was. And you will get either or, because like no, if I talk to like my friends, I have two very close girlfriends. We've been friends since primary school days, and we are still very tight. They both still live in Jamaica. We correspond all the time, and we will get down and that section at the top. And when I'm talking to my sisters or my cousins from Kingston who grew up there, I'm right there, very comfortably back and forth. Because Parish thought I should slip back into the Montegonian section. They would have laughed me to scorn. So I am completely mixed up. I can be all things you want if you want at any time, because I have the influence from early.
Shannon, we're sorry.
Herman said, "Pumpy's a one maga pig."
May I tell you?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
This is funny.
You know what, Herman? Thank you, Herman. Thank you, Herman.
Yes, I learned this morning what a pumpy is. Thank you, Miss Herman. Because I always wondered about the expression, you put white like ashes pumpy.
I did say no such on it. But yeah, some of us are really a little more complex than others.
Yeah.
Jackie, you didn't get
That's
this
what
one.
it is.
But Herman said that the Pampy are one little maga pig.
Maga pig?
Really?
When Max
Pig?
said,
You see?
Yes.
People just use expressions.
Me know the ashes. Me know the ashes because them use it. I bet you Pampy is something different in St. Anne. I'm going to find out. And I'll send it to the group. I think Pampy is something different in St. Anne. But I know they use the ashes and them put the ashes over the pot to keep it from turning black when they put it on the fire.
Because it has no relation to pig. Me not see no relation to pig and your foot dry like a white like a ashes Pampy.
Because you know something, them used to put ashes on the pig if them have what you call it, something on their skin, if they have some skin to prevent some skin
scabies.
Skin. I saw.
No.
Lady deep body, lady deep body.
So Aldi, greetings, Aldi. Aldi said the Pampy thing is homework.
Yes, definitely.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to wrap now. And so, as always, we thank you so much. But you know how we do. Our ladies have to do what they have to do so that you can support them, support us in our endeavors. So let's go first to, let's see, because I have something nice and fancy here this morning.
Yes, everyone, for all your gift items that are African American inspired, see me, Shades of Color by Shern. There are several items that would enhance your gift giving. You have pillowcases and neck pillows, kitchen decor, drinkware, and lots of gift items. If you need a cute little bag to put your Bible in for church, or you want, well, it's kind of late for calendars, but we do have several of those. So hit me up for a virtual calendar that you can access online. I mean, catalog you can access online, or I can give you a physical catalog you can browse at your leisure. And you can hit me up on WhatsApp, 646-342-6838. Looking forward to your support. Have a wonderful weekend.
Righty, boy, I don't hear no St. James right there, so.
Okay. Well, me come from Upper St. Anne's. But in a one place where they call Free Hill. You notice that the age gone off of the hill. And that's where I learned to make my puddings and my cakes from my grandmother. And my little business is called The Pudding Pan. You can find me on Instagram, The Pudding Pan on Instagram. Or you can always call me for your traditional cakes and puddings, 917-533-2380. As soon as I leave from the show, I have a pudding to go make. I have my potato pudding with coconut and all them. So
Put an extra pan for me now, please.
All right, Jen.
Okay. Oh, okay. So my name is Jennifer. I'm from Kingston. I was born under the clock, and I'm a tutor at the moment, and I'm also a speech language pathologist assistant. All the different works. I am hosting a poetry competition for kids, 1st to 3rd grade, and entry should be in by June the 1st. And the kids supposed to write their own poem, 3 stanzas. That means 3 verses and more. And I'm looking forward to seeing. I don't see any kids bringing any poetry yet, but I'm encouraging kids to enter because there's a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd prize. And it's some monetary that you can buy your stuff to go back to school in September. So, just come and enter. And I do tutoring. So you can also email me if you need your kids to be tutored, especially in phonetics and reading, I must say. And I'm also doing the math too. Okay, I do face painting and stuff, but I'm not in New York anymore. So I do face painting in my area, and I do poetry, I do writing, I do all these different things. But right now I'm focusing on this poetry competition. So please have the kids enter and get their little prizes if they win. All right? Okay, thanks.
Hey.
Maxine Lines, aka Max Poet, Sex and the Secret. That's my big song of all my 9 tracks. It has done well. I'm also a network and actress, a poet. You just heard one of my pieces a while ago. I'm a reggae artist and a writer, and I MC shows as well. I have a wedding coming up that I'm going to be MCing very soon over there in New York. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And you can find me at my yard. If you want to contact me, you can dial 917-557-3806 or link me up on any of my social network pages. Thank you, Lady D, for this opportunity, and blessings to all of you, ladies. Have a great weekend, and thanks for the viewers that showed up this morning. We love you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And for Lady D Denise Gomez, I am the producer and presenter of Inside the Zone. And I'm also an MC, voiceover specialist, a playwright, stage production manager. And you may contact me at 914-304-2592, or you may email me at insidethezone.nyc@gmail.com. That's insidethezone.nyc@gmail.com. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate it. I realize the numbers are going up, and I'm saying thank you. Keep it going. Keep it going. It has been another great feature of Saturday morning runnings with Max and Jackie, Shernette, Jen, and yours truly, Lady D Denise Gomez. Oh, what happened for next week? Yeah.
All you have to do is come and
we need our audience to give us some ideas too.
Yes.
So
yes. So you can post in the chat. I'll still be able to get it. You can post in the chat some suggestions, and we're happy to put them together for you and make it work.
Right.
Yes, and make it work. But man, so the pig is another matter that sell off this morning.
Pumpkin.
Yes.
Look like the book always rule.
Last time Jackie said the pig in the bus.
Oh no.
Going to market.
One day somebody said they were giving me pig in a blanket, and I said, "Oh my God!" That time I didn't know what was pig in a blanket. And I said, a literal pig in a blanket. Wow, I've never held a pig before. Are you gonna wrap him in a blanket? So sometimes we don't know.
Jen, that is worse than you. That is worse than you telling us recently that you didn't know what no standing at any time.
Somebody must slap me.
So I learned a lot
Oh,
from the
Lord.
show. I learned a lot from this show. I learned what is pumpy. Oh God.
Or somebody thinking that buffalo wings was actually buffalo.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Sophia.
Oh Lord.
See, they know, so all
Mm.
them things.
That's a different show. That's a different.
A different show.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be the show. What did you think it was?
Oh Lord, but
I'm also like, when me a look when me a look at the top of hurricane, me think a real kid, me I go see a blow and come. Me never know the hurricane was water. Seriously,
No, you realize that we just started a new show. We just started a new show right here, so you know.
The stand up on the ground and look to see the cane, them a come, because I find me concern a cane, me I go see real cane.
Hurricane.
So giant crab company.
No, see, lady, that may have to be the show. What did you think it was? Oh my goodness.
That's why you will never stop learning. You never stop
Yes,
learning.
it never stop learning.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my God. Awesome.
so
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Andrea.
yes. So don't forget Easter is coming up, so we do have a show centered around that because I remember something that they used to tell us. What in a glass when water you look it's cheap
Lord
like
of mercy, yes.
boat.
All right.
I'm playing.
I'm telling you, and you actually are looking at this thing and visualize. Say yes, me see this seal.
Playing.
Something my life doesn't know.
We did full, you know. We did really full.
Just because they tell us that we think we see it, but you know, did they?
Listen, try not to no coffee, you know. Try not to the coffee, you know.
Right.
Oh Lord, I'm telling you, I'm
Anyway.
having fun.
Oh my God.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. All the best,
All right.
and have a beautiful
All right, it
week.
was nice seeing
All
you.
the best,
ladies.
everybody.
Yeah.
Another
This was
fun
awesome.
day.
This was really awesome.
Another fun morning.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
All
Take
good.
it easy.
All right, wow, good.
See you
Bye
next
bye.
week.
Bye.